Hola Taurus, this is your reading for September 2021. And Taurus, I've been looking at your chart throughout this month of September, and I've been already checking your chart for already some time. And this is such a passionate month for you. Even though, this beginning of September, and most surely these days, Taurus, like today, tomorrow, we're experiencing a new moon in a fellow earth sign for you, Virgo. And look at this, Taurus. This new moon in Virgo, in your 5th house, Taurus, is doing a beautiful, supreme harmony to Saturn, Uranus. Saturn that is in Aquarius in your 10th house, and Uranus in your 1st house. So, and the 5th house is a house that talks about having fun. It's a house that talks about on how you enjoy life, Taurus. And every time we experience a new moon, and this time this new moon is very strong, and most surely for you, Taurus, as you are as well an earth sign. It's like Taurus, look at, how much everything that you are attracting right now, also what you have been working for. This is not coming out of luck, Taurus. This is something that you have achieved or you're achieving right now because of your hard labor. And when I'm saying hard labor, I don't think that this is just merely talking about work or practicalities. No, I think that this is a lot about everything that you have changed, the transformation that you have been experiencing throughout this last period. That I think it has been very hard for you, Taurus. And it's like right now, Taurus, being touched by this Aquarian energy. The star in Tarot represents Aquarius. And so this new moon, a part of having the sun and the moon in the 5th house in Virgo, you have Mars. So all your basic instincts, your energy, your passion, like Mars, it's that planet that it's the one that drives our actions, our most primal instincts. And Mars in this house, even though it's in Virgo, it's like you feeling more energetic again, to want to go out, to reconnect with people, to reconnect with the people that you love, and also attracting here opportunities that maybe through some time they were blocked to you, Taurus. Ace of Coins coming right next to the star. And as I was saying before, Taurus, right now you're embodying an energy that not even you're used to seeing yourself in this way, the star. But this is not like a narcissist, egoistic way of seeing you or people perceiving you. Maybe some people, they might want to look at you in this way. Why not? There is always, but the star, for me, it's actually one of my favorite cards in tarot. I have a few. I cannot just choose one, But like the star, it's purity. And that's also what Virgo in many ways represents. The version, no? The version that it's in search of purity, purity in love, purity in what you do, purity in values, purity in the way you connect to other people. You know, maybe what you have as a job or what you started as a job. I think that maybe this is still very new to you, but maybe this is something that you already did started. You have received here an opportunity, or maybe this is what is happening to you right now. You're receiving an opportunity, Taurus, to dedicate yourself to do a job or to work on something that it's giving you a sense of recognition, a success. But as I was saying, this is not like recognition in that ego trip, like way. No. This goes much more beyond that, Taurus. This is like you feeling that what you are dedicating yourself right now, like what you're wanting to do or what you are calling here, what you're being called to do, it's so in alignment with the new self you have created. No? Like how you see yourself right now, and these things that you are wanting to do right now, they start making so much sense. And this is not just something that you are doing for yourself, this is also something that you are doing for other people, or whatever you are dedicating yourself here. Maybe this could be that job, or it could be just simply that hobby you have that you really love doing, or you're putting a lot of efforts in doing. This is something that is creating a huge impact in other people's life, Taurus. No matter if you're capable of seeing this right now or not, when the star is coming here, it's like you are doing here a work or practicing something that is being of help for other people. And that's Aquarius, It's like that's the Aquarian energy that is going through you right now, and since this last year, since Uranus start being in your sign. And Uranus is gonna be in your sign for until 2026, Taurus, while we are entering in the era of Aquarius. So you are gonna be the one, and you are the one who is creating a revolutionary change, not just of yourself, but whatever you're doing to change yourself and all these transformation you went through. This is something that is shaking the earth and is impacting your surroundings at a very collective level, Taurus. Page of Cups in your obstacle right now. So Virgo and the Sun and the Moon and Mars are in this fifth house of enjoyment, having fun. And now we're gonna have this new moon. The difficulty throughout this first week of September, and maybe this is something that you are experiencing right now, even though this new moon is so positive and it's making a beautiful angle to your first house and your 10th house. Mars is doing a hard opposition to Neptune during these first days. At the same time that all this is happening and all these good things are starting to come to you. Maybe that opportunity that you didn't see coming, Taurus, and now it's like popping out, or you're starting to see it with more clarity. No? The problem is that when Mars is clashing Neptune, and Neptune is in your 11th house, it might be that still, You know, Neptune in your 11th house, while Mars is in your 5th, it might be that you might still have some down feelings regarding some connections in your life. Or maybe the opinion of other people is like you might feel that their opinion might drag you down in some moments, Taurus. I mean, I'm having here this Page of Cups in the obstacle. This could really represent someone in your life, maybe a friend, or maybe somebody that you are encountering throughout these days, quite new in your life, or somebody that you are receiving as new right now or again. And maybe there has been some difficulties in connecting with this person at emotional level. Maybe there has been some arguments, and I don't know if the argument will be the best word to describe this, because Neptune actually what it makes is more like Neptune in this position is almost like more creating a sense of cloudiness than just disagreement. It's just that when Mars is inside this combination, it might be that this fogginess regarding maybe this precise connection or group of people that maybe do have something to do with what you're doing right now. In some moments you will feel like it will put you a little bit down. But this is not heavy, Taurus. This is not really an obstacle for you, even though maybe right now or throughout these last days it's difficult to look through the fog. No, it's like it's difficult to see these things with clarity, maybe to understand what the people mean or what this person mean in your life. You know, it could be that you cannot yet see with clarity what is the purpose or the meaning of this connection, or why maybe this person is acting in a certain way. But I don't see this as very heavy, Taurus. I think that this is just more like an internal feeling, something that you are experiencing in a very internal way, you know, and in some moments feels a little bit like, you know, like, but I really get the vibe that this is something just more like temporarily. And look at this, man. I'm having the Hangman, which is your 11th house, the house of Pisces, and this is exactly what Neptune is. Man, I love when these things happens with the cards. And it's like, I like this so much, you know, it's like I started doing the readings, and you know, you start getting inside the reading, and then suddenly every card that you see coming is like, it's almost like a guideline to what you, it's like what you had been thinking about and what you're feeling. Maybe something that right now you're having difficulties to see. And this could definitely be regarding a precise connection in your life, Taurus. Because so, as making it short, you know, okay, we have all this new moon, and then yeah, by the end of September, I mean like from the mid of September, Taurus, you're gonna be a lot focusing your work in, I mean, not work like, but like daily routines, and also maybe even in working in your health routines. That's the 6th house. But and thinking about these routines, you know, and knowing on how can you apply better these things that you want to do, so you can improve maybe your health, or maybe you can improve your work, or whatever you're doing right now. And the thing is, even though there is like a big sense of practicality attached to this, no, to everything that is going on, and even this new moon in your 5th house, still there is a lot, and I'm seeing this with the cards, Taurus. Even though you are like in this practical mode that fits you so well, and you're like being organized here, trying to plan better what you want to do afterwards, centering yourself in this project that you have, that I think this might be something very new that you know it's worth doing more, Taurus, because you're starting to realize that this is something that can bring you a lot, and not just at a material level, but this is like fulfilling you spiritually and emotionally as well, which is even more important, Taurus. All this that is happening in the surface, at the back, what might actually be a very important focus for you during the whole month is actually your relationships, Taurus. And one-on-one connections, as probably, like, when I'm saying one-on-one connections, it means maybe romantically speaking, maybe intimate connections, maybe friendships. It could also mean maybe business partnerships. But it's on how these connections are associated to you at a very personal level. No matter if we're talking here about work, Taurus. And I see this here. What is happening with Venus this month for you, Taurus? And this is where it's like I see the trigger for you this month. There is something here, maybe a precise connection in your life, Taurus, that you might feel right now as an obstacle, or in some moments you might see that it might be difficult to understand what's the meaning of this person in your life. Page of Cups in your obstacle, the star is in the center of the reading, and the Hangman. This is a situation that I think you had been exploring, maybe internally. Maybe this is something that you haven't expressed directly to this person, or this is something that has been happening at the back, But no matter who might be this Page of Cups in your life, maybe that friend or that person that you saw one time and you're thinking about, or they might be thinking about you, or maybe that co-worker that you would like to do something here, maybe do a special project or do something here, that this has a high impact in you and your life, Taurus. It's like I see you regarding maybe this precise connection, and most surely during the first weeks of September. It's like, Taurus, you're trying to make sense of what this person means in your life. Maybe this person, it's someone that I have the Hangman with the star, and it might be that this person might be somebody that you haven't seen in a while, Taurus, or you haven't had communication. Like, there is a sense here of, in this situation, there is distancing, or there is something here that it's not said directly. And Venus is entering in a Scorpio, your opposite sign. So Venus is your ruling planet. So wherever Venus goes, for Taurus, it's a big deal. And most surely when it's in a sign as a Scorpio, your 7th house. Venus is gonna be there from the 10th of September. And so in the beginning, this is gonna be very good. Like, I think that Taurus, you might be attracting here possibilities in reconnecting with people or connecting with new people that will enrich you in many ways. Like connections that might bring even a lot of possibilities even regarding your career, and that might come even in surprising ways. But if maybe we're talking here about the connections that are existing right now in your life, Taurus, there is a sense here of diving deep on what these connections mean to you, Taurus. How you feel them, how this person feel you. Also like trying to find a sense of harmony in this connection. Venus, the planet of love, and how we relate to our environment while being in a sign, in the deepest sign of the zodiac as Scorpio can be, where it's all about, Scorpio has this thing of there is no medium point with a Scorpio. And Venus, when it's in this house, in your opposite sign, it's in the treatment, so which it means that Venus, it doesn't feel necessarily comfortable here, because it's like Venus, your ruling planet right now, it's gonna enter in a sign that it feels almost like an alien. It's like a house where Venus is feeling tested here, to make it more understandable. And I see this, Taurus. You're in a moment right now that I think regarding your career and maybe what you're doing, Taurus, you're going out, you're finding a lot of opportunities here. There is even a sense of success that is coming for you regarding your career, and maybe if it's not just like being recognized by others, because I think that this is not even what it matters to you, Taurus. This is more about, it's like you knowing that wherever you are right now is where you have to be, and feeling completely like, it's almost like feeling so right about it. No matter the issues, no matter the obstacles, no matter the problems. It's like, that's the thing. This is what the star is bringing. It's like you, Taurus, know that where you are now is where you have to be. And what you're calling to do is the way you have to follow, no? Like right now, it's almost like, But it's almost like with these connections, you're attracting people. You're attracting probably new connections, or as I was saying, Venus creating, or you trying to find more harmony in these one-on-one connections. You are a lot in your head about it, and I think because it might be that there is maybe, and that's, Venus first enters in a Scorpio, and then a few days later, look how you're coming, Taurus. Guys, this is Taurus in Tarot. This represents you. The High Priest, or El Papa, what we could call in other cards, in other decks, the Hierophant. It's like you are so like, it's like I feel I'm connecting here with the Taurus, that even regarding your spirituality, Taurus, it's like you had elevated so much. You had been doing such a great job here that it's like, no matter what is going on, no matter maybe some doubts, or maybe someone that might appear during this month that might trigger you, I see that Taurus is like, you feel like so stable, so wise. Because it's like the level of consciousness that Taurus is embodying right now is limitless, man. Like, it's like I feel a Taurus that knows him or herself so well. You're so much in your element, Taurus. and at the same time you feel that you are so in your element while also embodying all this newness that maybe in the past you never thought that you would be this person, now that you would become this. Maybe it's because this is Aquarius and this is Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, and having Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. And you know that this has been the topic that all astrologers have been talking about throughout since last year, and it's the squares between Uranus and Saturn, because these are like the difficult aspects in astrology where we see, like, it has been going on already since some time, but then you have moments where you have high peaks, no? And when it's happening to you, or it's happening in fixed signs like you and Aquarius, this is bringing some very big changes, no? That they are not always easy to accept, to go through them, but when they are there and you are able to kind of like recognize them and accept them and let them bring you everything they want to bring you, no? And it's like so much growth. And also that's the thing with Taurus, is like, even though you are this Hierophant, which is you Taurus, in a way wanting to be conventional, still having your traditions. Taurus, you're a sign that fixed earth, that wants to keep things as they are. You generally, it's like you love tradition, or it's like when you get used to something, it's very difficult to get a Taurus out of it. That's also where your stubbornness comes from, Taurus. But you're also the star right now. So Taurus, even though you still are embodying all this energy, you know that something here is like you are being able to kind of like accepted it with open arms. It's like going beyond what you thought you were, even, Taurus. Like maybe even that sense of engagement that you have, Taurus. Maybe, yeah, you love to engage and to commit to things. Whatever we're talking about, work or relationships. Like Taurus, you know that, no? You like to, it's like when you see, generally you would want to, you see someone that you like, and Taurus, it would be the sign that in the moment that they decided they want to be with that person, it's almost like a Taurus is like signing a fucking contract to be with that person. That, you know what I'm talking here, Taurus. Or if you find that job that you like, Taurus, after thinking a lot about it, once he takes a decision to do that job, nothing can stop the Taurus to get that job. Like, you will do anything so until that job is done. It's just that even though, like you're becoming, and you're so conscious and aware of who you are, Taurus, for the good as for the bad, it's still like you are also allowing all this newness that Uranus is bringing you, which is probably also bringing you, or you are attracting possibilities that maybe in the past you didn't think that will be real possibilities for you. You see where I'm going, Taurus? Like maybe even like talking, and this is where I see the trigger for you, Taurus, this month. And it could be regarding one particular relationship in your life. Maybe somebody that you know already, as I'm looking at the scars, or maybe somebody that maybe you don't know so much, it's maybe just an acquaintances, but maybe right now, or somebody like you knew very lightly as this Page of Cups, but that you are kind of like there is a reapparation, or something about this person is kind of triggering you. It's like triggering a part of yourself that is making you put some questions here, Taurus. It's making you ask some questions about maybe those fixed ideas you had that might have something more to do with your past beliefs, or the way you used to see yourself in the past than in the way you are actually right now, Taurus, which is very new. It's even very new to you, you know? Now, I want to know what is coming in the environment for Taurus. I saw the Ten of Cups, which Now, Venus in a Scorpio, as I was saying before, it almost feels like an alien in this house. Well, also, too many cards, but I always like to look at them. Well, also Mars, after being in Virgo, is gonna go to your 6th house. Okay, the house of health, routines, work, and all that. But at the end, your 6th house, it's a house of Libra. So it does talk about relationships, like combined relationships, Taurus. So there is a big topic here about on how you relate to others during this month. And I see it with these cards, Taurus. And maybe this is people that are related to work, or people that are related to an intimate relationship, or just friendships. And I think this is also like something that is like you're gonna feel on fire. King of Swords, it's in your environment. And you know what? This King of Swords, it fits so well this star that's coming in the center. Who could be this King of Swords in your life, Taurus, right now? A strong Aquarian energy, Taurus. Somebody, and maybe this story might become very specific for someone there. But there is someone that, Taurus, you have a very special connection with somebody here. But there hasn't been communication in a long time with this person. This person might want to say something, express a truth, communicate something that might come out as very sharp. Like this King of Swords, this King of Swords, he doesn't like the BS. So when they have to say something, they don't like to speak too much. But when they say something, they really fucking mean it, Taurus. And you like this. You like this kind of energy. Even though in the beginning it might look very cold and difficult to emotionally understand. Because, this guy, whoever, we're not talking here about gender, could be whatever gender, Taurus. This person in your life, you could see as a friend, or as a loved one, or as that worker or partner you have at work, or that boss figure. Definitely maybe a boss figure in your life that has something to do with something that you are highly spiritually as well, you are engaged to, Taurus. This person is like, they had something maybe very important to tell you, or you to them, but it's almost like, I don't know what I'm feeling here, because I see this Page of Cups, like it's in the obstacles. So Venus enters in the Scorpio, and in the first days it's gonna be very positive with Jupiter, so might be that you will be attracting a precise connection in your life that maybe was in the hand for some time, Taurus. But the issue here is that then Venus is gonna enter in a position opposition to Uranus in your sign, because it's like first house Taurus, Uranus, and then Scorpio 7th house Venus right opposing Uranus. I mean, and look at this. This is where I see the exact opposition. And then not only that, is that when it's also doing an opposition to Uranus, Venus is gonna be kind of making a square to Saturn as well in your 10th house. So could it be that you might, or might you, it's like you receive a message, or somebody here wants to communicate something to you, Taurus? Could it be? Or you have this conversation that might look very little in some way, or even in some moments, whatever this person might have to say to you might come as cold. But actually, whatever it comes in this message, it kind of makes you question things, Taurus. Because when Venus enters in a position with Uranus, it's almost like maybe this person might be that trigger, or this message, or this communication you receive, Taurus, might be something about this that it kind of wants to, or is like asking you to break free of a situation where you feel restrictive, you know? Like first squaring Saturn. So maybe when you receive this message, or when you have this communication, you feel a little bit like, okay, but I cannot do this, you know? It might even put in question your social status. Like maybe something about this communication might question your social status, like Saturn in your 10th house in Aquarius. Guys, I mean, really, more I look at these cards, it's almost like making even more sense of this puzzle, Taurus. Because then Uranus in your house, first it does this square to Saturn, and then it's gonna do the opposition to Uranus, Venus. And all this Scorpion energy, it might be that whatever is coming here, this is something that is not happening out in the lights. This might be something that is happening in a secretive way for you, Taurus, or for this person. And the thing is that even though this restriction, and maybe you feel that there is something here that you cannot fully accept at emotional level, maybe from this person, still you will feel like, okay, I know right now I cannot accept this offer, or maybe I cannot have this conversation with this person right now, but maybe something here is wanting you to kind of like break free from like whatever was restricting this connection. So that you could almost like, the positive side of this aspect with Venus is that maybe, because you know the Hangman, yeah, it does mean that there is a certain blockage regarding this connection, or maybe this message that you receive, or something here. It's like it puts you a little bit like in the clouds, Taurus. But it's like you needing to look at it's like you looking at the situation with different eyes, needing to hang yourself from the ceiling and find a way to understand what is happening here. And even though this might look like uncomfortable, and in some moments you're gonna feel the restriction, the block, like you not being able to maybe move, you maybe not being able to openly express yourself emotionally to this person, or maybe this person to you. It's like this person is creating, or this, it's like creating this questioning that it does help you to find, it's like go to elevate your mind, elevate your consciousness here, Taurus. Maybe question you things about freedom, about what maybe had been all these old beliefs or structures you had, maybe regarding your connections, Taurus, that haven't allowed you to experience connections at a much higher level here. And maybe what happened is that during this month you had an opportunity here to experience maybe love, or maybe a friendship, or maybe that special bond connection at work that kind of like creates a sense of newness in your life and free, like a much more like a free spirit that Taurus is like, wait, I need to think about this. I mean, what it means this to me, what actually this is bringing me. And even though it might feel uncomfortable, I think that this might have some really positive repercussions in your life, Taurus. Because even though the hangman is like he's hanging, and yeah, you might feel blocked about the situation, even if it's just temporarily. Maybe emotionally you're not able to express yourself as you wish to express yourself, or this person. Something here is almost like triggering you an important part of yourself, Taurus, that you cannot deny. You really cannot deny it, Taurus. Now, what is coming as the hopes and fears for Taurus? Because, guys, I'm already at 40 minutes. And, I've been trying to do this reading shorter, but it's really impossible. Like, so I kind of like decided to do them as long as they come. King of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. Taurus, definitely, wow, Taurus. You have two kings here. Very different characters, Taurus. This could really well represent you as this Hierophant. A much more stable energy. Maybe you even, doesn't necessarily have to represent a character in your life that is in your hopes or fears, but this could really represent you like in search of that stability. Maybe Taurus is trying to do its best, and that's also what is gonna happen, as I was saying, like when we enter in Libra season, Mercury, Mars, and the Sun are gonna be in the 6th house. So you're gonna be in a moment, and you're probably gonna start feeling it right now, and after this new moon in Virgo as well, Taurus, that you will want to put a lot of efforts, and you're gonna be analyzing a lot about these routines. Practicality, your work, how can I get more abundance regarding what I'm doing or my investments here? Maybe how can I improve my health? Feel more solid at a physical level, for sure, with this King of Pentacles coming in the hopes. Healing something, some stuff about these practical daily life routines, even your work. Like maybe you are hoping to be more independent in your work, or in something that you are doing. It's like you want to improve them at a level that you feel that not only you can become more independent economically or financially speaking, but you can feel a sense of freedom regarding your work. Like you becoming this King of Pentacles. It's an energy that fits you so well, Taurus, Now, as I could be relating this King of Pentacles in this maybe relationship sector, that we could be talking about work. Like maybe this person or persons could represent people that you are engaged in a project or you work with, Taurus. But I have the feeling that somebody here wants to, and this is maybe something very specific for Taurus there, but I need to say this as it comes. Somebody here wants to maybe had a communication with you that they were not able to express at a direct level, Taurus. Or maybe it's like somebody here might be acting cold at this moment, and this is their way to try to trigger yourself to act or react in a certain way. Could it definitely be? And this is maybe what is putting you kind of in this hay mode, like trying to find a solution from another way about this relationship. Maybe this is somebody that you are already committed to. Could it be? Or maybe this is somebody that you were committed to, and right now, Taurus, it's almost like, emotionally speaking, this person might be, it's like awakening something in you, okay? Or a situation that is emotional for you, Taurus. Now, I want to know what is coming at the end of this reading, please, for Taurus. Wow, Taurus. The devil. Taurus. I mean, the passion and the intensivity here is out of the chart, Taurus. There is definitely, we're talking here, might be Taurus, like we might be talking here about a precise connection in your life that definitely, if you are connecting with the story, Taurus, it's like there is a lot of passion and fire here, but I think that there is a problem on maybe expressing what are the feelings inside this connection, Taurus. Or you are having this issue, or this person is having this issue right now. And I think because of this maybe silence, because I see the silence here, I see a sense of distancing, I see a problem to open up emotionally regarding this connection. This person looks like very cold, Taurus. And even though it's almost like really the King of Swords, he has something to say, but it might be that this person it's not saying it directly right now, or they are trying to guard this message, or whatever they say it in such a cold way that, Taurus, you don't actually know what to believe about this. It's like I see, Taurus, that you're trying to, like, okay, but man, what do you mean? What do you actually mean? And maybe instead of talking about the situation directly, it's like the two persons here are like very silent. We're gonna have a full moon in Pisces, Taurus, by the 20th of this month. So it could be that maybe, and Pisces with Neptune, and it's in a very positive aspect to Pluto as well. And also it's gonna be in a good aspect to Venus and Scorpio, and all these planets in your 6th house. So Pisces might find a solution regarding this situation. But I think that whatever might come as a solution, you might need to see this with different eyes, Taurus. Something is asking you to think differently. All this Uranus energy touching you, kissing you, because it's like the devil coming at the end of this reading, Taurus. The fire, the passion is there. I have the feeling that maybe there is a very important, deep bond during this month. Maybe this is something that you haven't speak or this person haven't expressed to you, but I think that this is definitely something that you have been feeling at a very internal level. And what I'm feeling is that whatever hasn't been said in the right way here or not yet expressed, I think it's something that might be coming out of the light, because it's almost like someone here is feeling, so I get this feeling, Taurus, like, and this is where I see the trigger for you this month, that is gonna be maybe a very passionate liberation for you, Taurus. It's like you maybe, it's like somebody putting you in a situation where you might need to break the chains, Taurus. Maybe somebody acting in a way or saying something to you or doing something that might put you in a position where you might need to do something that you had never did before. Break the chains. Break that conventional or like that way. It's like you, maybe Taurus, for a very long time you were trying to act very, it's almost like you being in your element. You're trying to do things as you are, maybe trying to keep the old beliefs in place, your engagements, these traditions or this way of seeing relationships in that traditional way. And maybe right now there is somebody that appears in your life, or you know who this person is already, that is asking you to kind of go beyond those things, Taurus. I really have to read the cards as I see them here. And I think that it's also because, you know why you're attracting this kind of connection, Taurus? Is because the Taurus that you were before, like that traditional, I want to do things as I always do them, I want only stability, I want to keep things as, you know, it's like you also wanting to find a, like, very, like, engage yourself in a way that everything looks very solid and, you know, like very, you know, and maybe it's like something here is happening to you that is almost like changing these old conceptions you have about how can you experience love and connections. And maybe this is because there is, like, I see this so much passion and creativity going through all you, Taurus, that also all this Uranian energy is like, Taurus, is like you're calling it, you know? It's like you are calling these experiences that are putting you in these maybe obstacles that request from you, Taurus, to put yourself upside down so that you can finally break the chains, break those things that actually were trying to restrict you in a way that it's no longer working for you. And no matter what level we're talking here, maybe we're talking about your work and these beliefs, and maybe you were very engaged into something and now you realize that this is really what you want to do, and maybe somebody at your work doesn't like that Taurus right now wants to do something different, you know? But then what, Taurus? What do you actually really want here? What is your heart desire? Because I think that this is what you are being guided to follow for sure this month, Taurus. It's like what your heart is saying to you during this month. You have a call here. And I think that there is like this super deep, maybe even occult desire to take an action that you never thought that you were be capable of doing. But I think that this is something that, even though it might take you, and I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, Taurus, I think this is gonna be something quite difficult for you to, let's say, accept and maybe find that solution or see or find that clarity in the process of feeling blocked, in the process of you trying to understand what is going on, why you're being called to do this, that actually it's going against all your sense of morality or how you used to see yourself. I think there's something here is telling you that you need to go through this process, Taurus. Because even though the blockage is like you're having a breakthrough here, that it's taking you to a much higher level of consciousness and even maybe love. The star in many ways brings connections that transpass any sense of, it's like any sense of ego, any sense of like, it's like, it's almost like this real pure way of understanding love. It's such a much higher level as well, that whatever it feels like restrictive or whatever feels like you are letting it go, or you're gonna be here in process of letting some things go that you see that they are no longer working for you, Taurus. Maybe you have been your own wall for some time, or maybe that precise connection, but then what do you want to do about this? I think that this is a month like really regarding these connections, you're gonna be like breaking so many chains that not even you're expecting the results, Taurus. Like everything that is coming to you. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading, Taurus. I really wish that this has been of help for you. And if you like this video, don't doubt to click like or subscribe. And guys, otherwise, I'm gonna see you next month. Wish you the best for the rest of the month. And take care of yourself, Taurus. I mean, break the chains, Taurus. I think there's something here is telling you to kind of like go beyond some limits. Maybe it's time. Bye bye, guys.